Hi, Leanne. This is Louis Paulos here with Damon and Prince Media. I really enjoyed our conversation on the phone today, and I look forward to meeting you in person. I took a quick look at your website, and I really do love the aesthetics. I love the tree in the backdrop because it really stands out with your brand, and the color scheme is phenomenal. Truly love the parchment paper look and feel. From a marketing standpoint, though, there are a few suggestions that I would make. Now, one is you do have your contact information here, but there is no call to action. A call to action is a direct response marketing term that, basically call us today. We invite you to call if you don't want to seem too pushy, and then your contact information. Now, I would highly suggest that you have that information immediately available near the top somewhere. Also, with that saying that words tell, pictures sell, the more content that you have, the better. A lot of people try to steer away from content or text or sales copy, what have you, because they think if it's too wordy, nobody's going to read it. But really, the truth of the matter is people won't read it if your content isn't engaging enough. Now, content is king when it comes to the search engines, and it's also king in the direct response marketing world. That's why they used to send out those mailers with those really long sales letters. And the reason why you would always receive those is because they work. Or if you're buying a product off the internet, sometimes you'll see those, like the info products or an ebook or what have you, they'll have a really long sales letter. Next thing you know, you spent 30 minutes reading the whole thing because it was engaging from start to finish. Now, that is something that we can do for you, or it's something that you may want to come up with yourself. But we do like to employ direct response marketing principles such as a solid tagline or something that will bring them in because you have about 2 seconds to grab their attention immediately when the page loads. So you could go with an emotional feeling of peace of mind and security. Get peace of mind and security, contact us today. And then they'll keep going through and reading. What have you. Once you have their attention, once you entice them enough, just enough to get them to read more, you want to employ the Whipham principle. What's in it for me? The only thing that a reader of any marketing piece really cares about is what they're going to get out of it. You, focusing on features and benefits and explaining in you statements what's in it for the reader of your website versus things like I've done yoga for 20 years and I'm just awesome. People really don't care. They want to know what's in it for them. So that's just a suggestion. You do have a lot of pages here, and it is my belief that some of these could be condensed to create a more streamlined experience. That is something that we like to do as well, is streamline your content so that it directs them to your calls to action or toward your calls to action so that it streamlines and they can see testimonials, they get the features and benefits, they get your solid offer with your airtight guarantee, and next thing you know, they're a new client for you that's referring you to their friends and family. Now, that's just on the aesthetics of your website. What we did is run a report, and this is your website marketing grade. It's a 30 out of 100. Part of that, now you do have a news page, but there is really no blog. And blogging is a great form of inbound marketing. And also, it's a great way to constantly add content to your website so that you can continue to push yourself up further in the search engines and then also make your website an authority over any other website in the Tucson area that does yoga. Now, your website is not indexed by the search engines. That's interesting. That's vital if you want to succeed because there is an old saying, a sight unseen is no sight at all. Now, the fact that your readability level is at an elementary school level is actually great because it will not alienate a portion of your target demographic. but at the same time, you might want to up that to at least the middle school level, just because your target demographic is a little bit more of a refined consumer. Now, your metadata, your page title. This page title could use some help. Welcome is great, but this is what they see in the search engines. So, welcome to Tucson Yoga, TucsonYoga.com, right? Yoga Oasis, these are terrible. This one here, 4th Avenue Yoga, is decent because it has keywords or search terms that are within the actual title tag. Now, also the meta description, this is the second portion that you read here. What we like to do is create a title tag with keywords and or search terms with a call to action, and then more features and benefits and a call to action within your meta description as well, combined with keywords and search terms. That's just a suggestion that you may want to do if you want to maintain this website that you have now. Now, your headings, you do not have any headings found, which are vital for the search engine crawlers to be able to find out or signal what the actual page is about. The 3 images that you have or that were found by this quick report, none of them have what they call alternative text tags or alt attributes. And what that is the search engine crawlers, they can't see images. So if you don't have an alt tag to the image itself when it's uploaded to the website, then the search engine crawlers don't know if it's relevant to your search terms or not. So having the alt text is vital. Also, oh wait, I don't know why that's a check mark. Should be an X. Either way, the fact that your domain age is over 3 years old is phenomenal, but I would highly suggest that you update the expiration date of that domain to at least push it out 2 years. It'll be the best 20 bucks you've ever spent. It shows steadfast and it shows stability within your domain, which tells the search engines that you're going to be there longer, which in turn makes your website easy to push up to the first page of Google. Now, you don't have a Moz rank, or SEO Moz. SEO Moz actually sets the standard for search engine optimization ranking. You really would like to have that. Now, part of the reason why you don't have that is because you have 0 backlinkings or backlinking domains. In other words, a link to your website is like a vote. So the more votes that you have, the more popular you are, and the more likely you will be pushed up to the first page of Google or Bing or Yahoo, what have you. Now, I don't know why this says that you don't have a Facebook business page, because I did notice the social media integration within the website and that you have 442 likes, which is phenomenal. So it's great that you're taking advantage of social media, but believe it or not, Twitter is something that you also want to take advantage of. I'm not really a big fan of Twitter myself, but the weight that it has within the social media community is astounding. Also, it will help with your rankings on the search engines so that people can find you. Now, as of about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, they did the Panda 2.0 update, and as a part of that update for the search engine crawlers, it is it's vital that you have social media integration. Also, they just came out with a new Hummingbird algorithm change, but that's something that we'll touch on another time. You don't have an RSS feed, and this is a social signal that you do want to have so that you can convert, into sales basically, and it's also another form of inbound marketing. The fact that it says that you don't have a conversion form, but I believe you did have a contact us page. And you do have a form there. It just may not be coded correctly to be understood. I'm not sure exactly why that's not being picked up, but this is a free quick analysis. We do offer an in-depth analysis as well. That is a paid version, but that's something completely different. Now, also one more thing, you're not measuring analytics, And what that means is with Google Analytics, you can actually see how many people are visiting your site, where they're coming from, and how long they're staying on your site, what pages they're looking at, so on and so forth. Right down to their screen resolution, to their browser, whether they're using Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Opera, Safari, what have you. Android, doesn't matter. BlackBerry, whatever. Also, you can see exactly how many people are visiting your website from a mobile device versus desktop usage. Now, I did notice that you do have a mobile version of your website, which is great. But part of the new updates that Google just recently released is that websites with a separate mobile website, have a less chance of ranking as a mobile responsive website, so that it's all on one domain. I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is. So that's your marketing grade. And the next report basically has a lot of the same information, but this is your on-page optimization grade. It's a 42 out of 100. And it amazes me that none of your pages are indexed by the search engines, because you do have the social signals with the Facebook integration, but apparently it's not coded right, so it's not being indexed. Now, you only have 7 characters on your title tag. Like I said before, you have 70 characters available, so you really want to lengthen that up with some search terms and some calls to action. Also, your meta description is extremely short, which is another thing that you want to lengthen. These meta keywords are actually not so relevant anymore. It's great that you have them, but there's not as much weight as there was 6 months ago on those. Now, having alt tags missing, it's a bad thing, like I said before. Now, the fact that you don't have Flash on your website is great, because there are a lot of iPhones out there that cannot detect Flash. So it makes it difficult for your website to be seen. You do have a redirect for your www, which is awesome. You don't have your language declared. That is something that you might want to fix. As far as W3C validity, you have 41 errors and 18 warnings. What else? There's social media signals. Nothing. No Yahoo directory, no DMOS directories. Your backlinks, you have 0. And really, when it comes to backlinks, which is a form of off-page optimization, you really want to have a mix of .edu backlinks or .gov backlinks if possible. In fact, one of these is equal to about 10 of these as far as weight with the search engine. Now, you also don't have any social signals from Wikipedia, Twitter, Dig, or Delicious, and that's something that we can help you with as well. You do have your favicon uploaded, so that's great. Your load time of your website is extremely fast, so that's phenomenal. And I think that's about it. So, from a marketing standpoint, there's some room for improvement. Now, from aesthetically pleasing standpoint, your website is beautiful, and I applaud you for the time and attention that it took to get your website there. Now, this is the reason why you really want to have a website. The competition for said search terms like Yoga Tucson, it looks like there's about 3 million results that you would have to compete with, but this is a cheating little trick here. If I put quotations around that, you'll see that there's only 7,000 results, or almost 8,000. Now, I can get you to the first page of Google more than likely just with off-page optimization. Now, I don't own Google, so I can't guarantee that fact with the off-page optimization. I mean, with the on-page optimization, we might have to do some off-page optimization as well. But that's something to consider. Now, why would you want to be here? What I did, because of some of the recent updates, the Google doesn't allow you to see the amount of traffic anymore that each search term gets. But like Yoga Tucson, Tucson Yoga, Yoga in Tucson, there's about 8,000 searches a month for yoga studios in Tucson. These are broad search terms, so this could be a compilation of all 3 to equal this number of 8,000. I would love to tell you that it's 8,000 each, but really it's just not the case. Now, I did this. This is a website called Keyword Spy, so you can access your competitor and see exactly what they're doing. Now, these specific keywords, like Yoga Tucson, for an example, if you were to run a CPC, which is cost per click, is a term in reference to pay-per-click advertising. If you were to run a pay-per-click ad campaign, it would cost you $2.07 for every single website or every click that you received on your website. So if we could rebuild your website and get it to the first page with off-page optimization, you would be saving a lot of money in the long run. Even if we were able to get, with a small amount of off-page SEO and keep your budget down, I believe that it would be a very good return on investment. And the great thing with Google Analytics and whatnot is you can actually see and measure the return on investment that you will receive. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I invite you to give us a call at 520-329-2477. Once again, that is 520-329-2477. And as promised, I will shoot another video for you, or actually I already have one ready for you, explaining our R4 marketing formula, which is the best system in the world for growing your business fast. All right. Thank you, and have a wonderful and prosperous day.